This is Jarrod Horak, and in this video, I will analyze the John Battaglia Memorial at Turfway Park on Saturday, February 22nd. This is a Kentucky Derby 2025 points race, and through 21 races on my Road to the Derby video series, my top choices have 5 wins, 4 runner-up finishes, and a show finish. 2 of my top choices have scratched out of this series, so I'm officially 5 for 19 on the Road to the Derby this year. I posted my Rebel Stakes video earlier this week, also part of my Kentucky Derby video series. And do note that Rebel Stakes Day at Oaklawn has been moved from Saturday, February 22nd to Sunday, February 23rd. I'm still offering a full card for that program. You can go to the runawayhorse.com on my sales page if you're interested in my full card analysis, Rebel Stakes Day. And I also cover full cards at Santa Anita Park each day. And the early weather forecast for Saturday at Turfway calls for partly cloudy skies with a high temperature of 33. Now we're going to meet the field for the John Battaglia Memorial. And I will give out my contenders from last to first. And this race is the 7th race at Turfway Park. 3-year-olds, mile and a 16th on the all-weather track, scheduled post time 8:55 p.m. Eastern Time. And breaking from the inside post in here is number 1, Spirit Rags. And he broke his maiden last time out at Turfway as a 17-1 long shot. Number 2 is Shan. And this one was 3rd after setting the pace in the Leonida Stakes. Number 3, Studlydoright. For trainer John Robb. He was 4th in the Jerome Stakes last time. Calling card is number 4 for trainer Michael Maker. This one finished 8th in the Lecomte Stakes in the slop last time out. California Burrito. He won an optional claiming race at Turfway, adding Lasix as the favorite by more than 7 lengths last time out. Number 6 is Banks for trainer Joe Sharp. He ran in the Leonida Stakes and he was the favorite. And he was a disappointing 7th in that 8-horse field. Baby Max won the Leonida Stakes last time. He's number 7. Kelsey Danner is the trainer, and this one is going in the right direction for sure. Number 8, King of Ashes for trainer Brendan Walsh. Another one on the improve. He broke his maiden when he switched to an all-weather route at Gulfstream Park last time out, and that was a nice effort from an outer post, rallying from off the pace. He had Lasix. No Lasix is allowed in this stakes race. Number 9, First Resort. He's a Kentucky Derby points race winner. He won the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes, a Grade 2 at Churchill in November in his last start. Coming in hot is number 10 in here. Back-to-back sprint victories at Turfway in his last 2 starts. Brereton's Baytown is number 11, and he won a $40,000 claiming route in the mud at Laurel Park on February 1st. Number 12, Maximum Promise. He ran in the Lecomte Stakes last time. He was 5th, beating a little more than 2 lengths in a 13-horse field. 2 also eligibles, number 13, Special Caliber, number 14, Maitre D. And we'll talk about those 2 also eligibles first, beginning with number 14, Maitre D. Now, he did stalk wide from post 11, and he broke his maiden in a 6.5 furlong race at Turfway. He was 26-1. That was his career debut, and that was on December 28th. Then they shipped him to Gulfstream Park for the Swale Stakes. That was a 7-furlong dirt race on February 1st. He was beaten 41 lengths. If he gets in, I think he's in tough. I think number 13 would be in tough as well, Special Caliber, if he was able to draw into the field. Now, he did add Lasix, and he stretched out after 2 sprint races. He was 45-1 in a local 1-mile maiden special weight event on January 18th, and he won that race. But he's going to have to run faster in here if he expects to be competitive. But again, he's going to need a scratch to get in. The horse that I picked to finish 12th in here is number 11, Brereton's Baytown. Now, this one is 2 for 2 on a wet track, and he's run 7 times on other surfaces, and he didn't win any of those races. So this is his first start on all-weather ground, and he does look overmatched in here. And do note that he is cross-entered in the Grade 2 Rebel Stakes at Oaklawn on February 23rd. The horse that I picked to finish 11th is number 1, Spirit Rags. And this one dropped into a maiden claiming race. That was a $30,000 race when he set the pace and he held 2nd. That was a Turfway route race on December 13th. And then he was back up into the maiden special weight ranks. He sat off of a speed duel. He got a good trip and he got to the lead, but he couldn't hold it. He was clearly second best. That was on January 18th. And then last time he was able to make the lead himself there, and he just kept on going. That was a 1 and a 16th race at Turfway on February 1st. So looking at his speed ratings, he is getting faster, and I think he will impact the pace from the inside post. I think this is a tough spot for him. The horse that I picked to finish 10th is the 10, Coming in Hot. And this one did win his last 2 sprint races at Turfway. And one of those races was a stakes race last time out, the Turfway Preview on January 4th. Now, this is his first route attempt, and I'm not sure that he's going to be able to go a route of ground from post 10 against this kind of company. We'll have to see how he does in here. I'm not going to recommend playing him. The horse that I picked to finish 9th is number 6, Bank, and he did finish 2nd in a maiden claiming dirt sprint. That was last fall in his career debut, and Joe Sharp claimed him out of that race. And in that race, he did finish 2nd, and the winner and show finisher both came back to win. And then he won back-to-back 1-mile races at Turfway in December, and then he was 7th in an 8-horse field as the beaten favorite in the Leonidas Stakes last time. So he still needs to prove that he is a stakes caliber horse, and I'm not going to play him in here. The horse that I picked to finish 8th is number 3, Studlydoright. Now he finished 1st or 2nd in 4 stakes starts last year, and he did add blinkers and win the Nashua Stakes in November, and then he was 4th in his last 2 Kentucky Derby points races, the Grade 2 Remsen and the Jerome Stakes. And this one is cross-entered in the Miracle Wood Stakes at Laurel Park on February 22nd. The horse that I picked to finish 7th is number 2, Shan. This one was claimed for $50,000. That was in November. And then he had back-to-back show finishes at Turfway for his trainer, Ed Moger Jr. Now, last time he did set the pace, and he weakened to finish 3rd in an 8-horse field. That was the Leonidas Stakes at 1 mile on January 18th. I don't know that the extra distance of this race does him any favors, and this is a deeper field as well. The horse that I picked to finish 6th is number 12, Maximum Promise. And he moved from turf to dirt, and he added blinkers, and he set the pace when he had the inside post when he broke his maiden by 14 lengths, and he was the favorite at Ellis Park in his 2nd career start. And then the clear runner-up from that race was the next out winner. And then he came off of a layoff of more than 5 months, and he rallied and ran okay, finishing 5th in a 13-horse field, beaten 2.5 lengths when he was 7-1 in the slop in the Grade 3 Lecomte Stakes on January 18th. And since that race, he's had 3 workouts at Fairgrounds, and this is his first start on all-weather ground. The horse that I picked to finish 5th is number 5, California Burrito. And this one added Lasix, and he controlled pokey fractions, 51-3, 116-2, and he was the favorite in that local race at Turfway, optional claiming route race on January 24th, and he was able to win nicely. And this one, he did stalk the pace earlier in his career in November, and he finished a length behind Magnitude, and Magnitude was one that was so impressive in the Risen Star Stakes last weekend. Unfortunately, he was injured, and he's off the Derby trail, but that was a good effort against a quality horse, and then he was way ahead of the 3rd place finisher that day. So looking at his overall speed ratings, he's not fast enough to make a big impact in here. But then looking at those pace ratings last time, as I said, the pace was very slow. So there's no way that he's going to be in front with those kind of pace ratings. So I think he's going to be sitting back and trying to make a run from off the pace. I don't think he's quite good enough, but I think he can finish somewhere in mid-pack. The horse that I picked to finish 4th is number 9 in here, First Resort. Now he pressed the pace outside, and he was able to win the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes at Churchill in November. Wasn't a fast pace at all there. And this is his first start on all-weather ground, and his trainer, Owen Hardy, 0 for 31 in the non-graded stakes ranks. Now, one positive for this one is before he even started his career, he's been stabled at Turfway Park all along. So that's a good sign that he's had a lot of workouts at Turfway Park. And he did have a 5-furlong bullet for this race on February 10th. So this is his home, but he just hasn't run on this track yet, but he has trained on it plenty of times. We'll see what he can do, but he's probably not going to offer a lot of value after winning a Grade 2 in his last start. The horse that I picked to finish 3rd is number 8, King of Ashes, and he did improve his speed ratings in all 3 of his starts, and they were all maiden special weight events. And he did add Lasix, move into an all-weather route last time, and he was able to rally and break his maiden by a neck, and that was a mile and a 16th race, and that was at Gulfstream on January 18th. And for this one, Declan Cannon is going to ride for trainer Brendan Walsh, and they're a good jockey trainer team. And he will try to get involved late. He's definitely going to need some pace help. The horse that I picked to finish 2nd is number 4, and this one is Calling Card for trainer Mike Maker. And he moved from turf to dirt, and he was able to break his maiden against New York Bred Company by 17 lengths when he was the favorite, and that was in November. And this one, he ended up finishing a clear third. It was an okay effort. He wasn't really threatening the top two. That was at Oaklawn on December 13th. And the horse that won that race was Sandman. And Sandman would come back and finish second in the Grade 3 Southwest Stakes. And he's a contender in the Grade 2 Rebel Stakes this weekend. And then this one, last time out, he had a wide trip. He was 8th in a 13-horse field in the slop in the Grade 3 Lecomte Stakes on January 18th. So if he's able to handle all-weather ground, I think he is interesting in here. And my top choice in here is going to be number 7, Baby Max. And just forget about his sprint debut. He just ran out of ground that day. That was at Keeneland. And then he really improved second time out. And that race was a maiden special weight dirt route at Churchill Downs. And then he ended up rallying to miss by a head. That was at Turfway Park on December 6th. And then he stuck the pace and he won the Leonidas Stakes by 2.5 lengths on January 18th. So looking at all of his races, he's definitely on the improve. Now the horse that finished second in the Leonidas Stakes was Chunk of Gold. And that one returned to finish second in the Grade 2 Risen Star Stakes. So Chunk of Gold showed that there were some quality horses in that Leonidas when he came back and ran a quality race. And this horse, Baby Max, he's improved his speed ratings in all 4 starts. He handles the all-weather surface. He owns strong late pace ratings, and he doesn't have to come from too far back. He can sit right there behind the speed, get the jump on the deeper closers, but if they're really going quicker up front, he can sit back further back. So Baby Max with that versatility, strong late pace ratings, improved speed ratings in all 4 starts. Coming off a nice stakes victory at Turfway, I think maybe he's good enough to hang with this group. Maybe he'll offer a little bit of value as well. So number 7, Baby Max, my top choice in the John Battaglia Memorial. And if you want a free pick each day, go over to my website, therunawayhorse.com. And at the top of my homepage, you're going to see a Better Bets blog tab. Click that tab any day and you'll get a free pick from around the country each day. And don't forget to like, comment, and share these videos if you like them. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.